thing.
The open day, yeah, and it was great. So many people. That's the first time I'd been up at Highland Radio, and met so many characters on that day. It was great.
Oh, some characters about this place, I'll tell you, they're coming out of the woodwork, and especially if it's free food, you want to see the one.
As I say humorously, the two bishops were on just after me.
So, is that right? So you were the warm-up act?
I'm the warm-up act for the two bishops.
Very good. That's a good claim to fame. They put me on before the two bishops. Yeah, come here, but it's great to see you. You're a Derry man, born and bred.
That's right, yes. Lived there all my life, and probably worked in Belfast for a while, but yeah, just love it. It's great. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
No, great music city, isn't it? There's always music coming out of Derry, and have been for many years. We used to go down there ourselves, the back-to-backs. Do you remember them? One time the back-to-backs were on. Jeez, we were on every week. I had to stop them in because of my liver. Oh, God. You're raising money for charity. We have a wee charity this week and a wee charity that week. And the next thing you're out 2-3 nights a week. But they were a good crack. Raymond, you're writing songs.
Yes, I am.
You've been writing songs for a good while, but haven't you?
Yes, good, maybe solidly, and recording them for maybe about 7 or 8 years. And I really think that's the real fun that I get out of it, writing the songs more than performing them.
Aye.
And the odd time someone performs one of my songs, I really get such a buzz out of it.
You put them up on YouTube. You have about 15 or 16 of them up on YouTube, don't you?
That's right. Yes, yes. So
under the monocle of your own name, not Borther Ray.
Well, it is under Borther Ray, but there's so many Borther Rays that there's a few of them, and so sometimes they just say to people, just type in Raymond Nisel, and it gets you quicker to them.
Very good.
Yeah,
very good. And growing up music-wise, who would have been your who would you looked up to musically?
Well, I suppose I grew up at a good time of great music. Of the punk era was there, and the undertones were there, and the Moondogs, all of that, and there was a great scene of people just doing bits here and there, and then as well a sort of big rock fan with Thin Lizzy and Gary Moore, and
Well, you're right what you're saying. That was a cutting edge of the punk end, sort of 70s, wasn't it? It was just a great time.
Everywhere you went, you heard bands and groups of bands, and the Orchard Gallery used to be a great place.
Aye.
And weirdly, I suppose it was set up for a place for music that there wasn't drink available, so a lot of our age group would have went to it. It was great. It was a great venue.
And do you know what I liked about that era too, that punk era? That I took a bit of snobbiness away from music, where ordinary people that had no musical knowledge or background of education as such were able to just get up and bang, and they've all matured on to be good artists, you know what I mean? They probably wouldn't have done that only for the punk era,
It's right, and there's no substitute for playing live.
Definitely not.
It's just it hardens you and it sharpens you up.
Without a doubt. And if you can see the reaction in the crowd, it's great. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go straight into music. So the first song, Raymond, you're going to do for us is?
I call it Canaries in a Coal Mine.
Right.
And I'll explain a wee bit about it. I suppose younger people talk to me, and the news is always, there's always bad news here and there, and sometimes people take it very personally.
Aye.
So I just thought of it. Someone told me, some catastrophic stories, and they were really down about it. And I really thought, I was trying to say, things are always, I don't know if things are worse, but I think they sort of stay the same. So this is not about doom and gloom. It's somebody who's taking the news a bit too seriously. Maybe, if I can do it justice.
You're 100%. Whenever you're ready, go for it.
Okay. What's the matter with Joe? He didn't stop to say hello when I met him in passing yesterday. It's not like him. He usually has a funny story. He hardly noticed that I was there. He'd been watching the news. Now he says the world is burning. Now I know what's the matter with Joe. His heart isn't hard enough to take the world and all it's got and make us all better and make us all feel much better, yeah. Now I know what's the matter with Joe. We're canaries, we're in a coal mine. It's what he says, running out of time. Can't you see? There's no stopping it now. We're canaries, we're in a coal mine. It's what he says, running out of time. Can't you see? There's no stopping it now. His heart isn't hard enough to take the world and all it's got and make us all better and make us all feel much better, yeah. Now I know what's the matter with Joe. We're canaries, we're in a coal mine. It's what he says, we're running out of time. Can't you see? There's no stopping it now. We're canaries, we're in a coal mine. It's what he says, running out of time. Can't you see? There's no stopping it now. Now I know what's the matter with Joe.
Yeah. Excellent, Raymond. Well done.
Cheers.
Excellent. Lovely. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Come here. You put these out in video too, do you? Is that every song goes up on YouTube, you put it out in the video, do you?
Yes, put them out in video. And some I record. I used to do a bit with Owen O'Callaghan, and now I do a fair bit with Paul Casey.
Aye.
And both of them have the facility to. You
The
come
video.
up with a few ideas, and
Yeah.
you throw it at them, and they scratch their heads, and they come up with a nice video. I used to do like found video things and put them up,
Aye.
and then more recently I've put up ones that I'm actually in and I'm actually singing in.
Aye.
So I've really enjoyed that bit, and the Christmas song especially was
Some old Christmas song.
yeah, it
Aye.
went down quite well because there was a nice video and we shot it in the Delacroix in Derry, and we shot it in
aye.
the city centre, and did it quickly and on the cheap. And my great friend Jerry McMonigal, who's sitting
Aye.
beside me here, played the bouncer. He thought he was being typecast again as one of the characters. So,
Man, Jerry.
so that was fun, but it's really too. Recording them nails them down. I had an album out just before COVID, and I did a bit of a live thing in Tanny's at one time promoting it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's sort of different songs, but even since then I suppose I've written 5 or 6 more. So I'm just talking to Paul Casey about putting 3 or 4 of them together into a package, and put them together with a bit of like an album, and
Why not?
get them made out. Yeah, so
Well, you should. That's what it's all about. How did you find the reaction on YouTube and stuff?
well, it's an odd thing. It's hard to promote. There's so much noise out there, but I got really lucky with one of my songs, which is called the Eagle of Toledo, which is about a cyclist. I read this book. A great cyclist. I read this book, and he's a Spanish cyclist, and he was the first Spanish cyclist to win the Tour de France. For some reason, the book spoke to me, and I wrote a song. And it was last summer. It was just ordinary views that I had everything else, and now I've up to 18,000 views. So I got my nephew. He was quite good to have gone in and looking to see where there were people who were watching it.
That's
and he says most of them are French or Spanish. So
very good.
So
you could be a big star out there. You don't even know it.
I'm definitely tour there as long as they pay for my holiday. I think I'll do it.
See, that's the good thing about that. And that you can tell what countries listening to you and stuff.
It is really interesting, and it's really good to put it up, and you get a little buzz that maybe there isn't that many places that I could play at the minute, because the people that do play with or did play with, they're just not there anymore. So I just have to.
Did you play in bands and stuff?
I didn't. We just together as a gang when you're younger in that punk era. We played bits and pieces here and there. And we played, just round and filling in for people here and there. But I think I turned into a bedroom guitarist, and it's not. There's no great. It's great, but it's not. It's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
So I think doing this allows me to escape from the bedroom.
Do you gig much?
I do Bennigan's, do the open nights, because just busy at the minute and hoping to do the Central now that I've learned these, because I had to do a special version of these. I've shortened them and changed them a bit. So I'll do those versions, but probably will do them in those open mics. But at the same time, if I get this new group of songs together, I'll definitely think of promoting it.
Promoting them better, of course.
And speak nicely to Paul Casey, and he'll produce.
No better man.
Oh yeah, no, it's really good, and Owen O'Callaghan was great for me as well. And it's amazing, the two different sort of producers. You've totally different sounds out of them, but they're both brilliant. I've really enjoyed both. Yeah.
That's the good thing about it. If everybody's the same, it'd be kind of a bit dull. But when you take your song into Paul Casey, right? Say for example, Paul will just use him, and the song comes out at the far end, as they say. Is it much different to what you walked in with?
It probably will be about a third different, I would say. You have to have the idea that it's sort of a process. It's you have to do it quickly. So probably a third of it will go for grabs. Maybe the middle eight would be something. And sometimes even recently, there's one we've just sort of finished, and one of the lines in the verse became the chorus. Because sometimes you have to hear someone else sing, exactly. And you go, "Oh, that's good," or he'll hear me sing it, and he'll so that it's definitely up for.
It's good that you leave that trust in him to do that, because it's your song at the end of the day too. But you trust him enough to.
I think between us, I can throw it out and he can throw it out, and I don't think we'll either would take it personally. No, but as you might imagine, his suggestions are usually pretty good.
On the money,
and having someone to talk to about songwriting is really good as well. But sort of I suppose that's my hobby as much as anything, and just having someone there who's done it and you learn from them, and he's had that great career with Chris Ray and all the rest of it.
Of course he has. Yeah. He's brilliant, and he puts out some great stuff. Hopefully, if we get time, we have a track from Paul tonight. Come here, the singing or the songwriting. Sorry. Yeah. How long have you been doing the songwriting, or has it always been there, or?
I think things used to happen in my life, and I'd do a song, and that would be one for like a couple of years, and I would beat it to death and torture people to play it. And then after a while, it really got sort of an obsession. And then when I started with Owen O'Callaghan and then with Paul Casey, I really think about it all the time, and I'm probably finished maybe 4 a year. But doing something and playing them live is the real value, and seeing how it goes on. But I definitely, and I suppose the good thing, although Jerry here mightn't agree, I do throw some away. Some of them, when you do bits and you keep a book of words and all the rest of it, and you do them and it didn't turn out right, so they don't become a video. So there's
a lot of people, through my time here in this show, a lot of people, songwriters that you be talking to, I always ask, I'm always interested in what sort of makes them tick, and a lot of people will tell you they have songs sitting for maybe 10, 15 years. And then they go back to it, and then it comes out a different song than it started. Does that happen to you?
Oh, definitely. You'll get a bit or a line, and it was a chorus of one song, and then it makes a verse of another. And sometimes even that one, I suppose, for some reason, the words, "What's the matter with Joe?" He didn't stop to say hello. It was lines I'd written down, and then I had no idea where it was going.
Yes.
So then you have to try and work and make it sense, and then make it logical,
and then make a story of it, as such.
And then make a story of it is right if that works out, and then run it by one of the guys, and then I hear this and I hear that, or speed it up or slow it down. But
it's good.
It's a bit obsessive as a hobby, I think. I really.
Well, it's not. It's a good one. Yeah. Come here. We're going to get another song from you. This next song is what's it going to be? I'll take a break. I'll take a break and then we'll come back. What's the next song?
It's called Breathing Underwater.
Right. After this break, don't go away.
Live, on air, online and on the Highland Radio app. This is Highland Radio News.
Need help designing or understanding plumbing requirements for your new bathroom is not a problem. Our experienced staff are equipped to handle any type of bathroom installation, from a simple tap replacement to a complete bathroom overhaul. Call in and see us and view our checklist to make sure you have everything in order. It could save you money and a huge amount of hassle. McDade's Bathroom Plumbing Towers Buncrana, making things simpler for you.
Not sure where to start with your smart meter? Sign up to a Home Electric Plus smart meter price plan from Electric Ireland to see how much energy your appliances are actually using. Track your usage monthly, daily or even hourly and get tips and advice on how to use less. It's a smart start to controlling your energy usage. To sign up, search Electric Ireland Home Electric Plus. Smart meter and online account required. Features available after 4 months. T's and C's apply. See electricireland.ie.
There you go, I'm back. I'm going off on wee sort of things of my own this evening here for some reason. But anyway, listen, it's 11 minutes after 9 o'clock, Monday night sessions, of course. And Raymond Nicel's with us, and it goes on to the name of Brother. Where did Borther Ray come out of?
I think when I was doing the album, and I thought something about me. I don't like using my name. Sometimes when other people don't have their name, I quite like the sound of it. So I was watching Game of Thrones. And Ian McShane was in it, and there was a one-off thing, and he was called Borther Ray in it, and I thought, it's part of my name.
That'll do me.
And I quite liked it, but I play it because sometimes it's not always just me. It's sometimes people come along and they'll sing or play with me. So that entity maybe.
Very good.
It's called Borther Ray. As long as I'm there and I'm doing my own songs, there might be more than one person.
I like that. Yeah. Very good. Right, this next song then. Oh, sorry, I'm away again. This next song is...
Okay, this song's called Breathing Underwater, and I hadn't really thought about the story of it, but it was one of those national days of I don't know, mental health or something. I remember driving the car and there were some amazing people on, and I suppose, although it's not, I suppose that's what made me read it. So you'll hear the gist of it, I hope.
Aye.
All right.
I'd love to hear that.
Okay. Shadows fall upon me, and light is far beyond me, and I'm sinking day by day, and I'm not quite with you. I'm somewhere in the depths beneath you, and I can't see the sky above. I'm not drowning, I'm breathing underwater. Go tell your sons and daughters I'm alright, I'm alright. I'm not drowning, I'm breathing underwater, breathing underwater, breathing underwater. And when I come up for air from somewhere down there, and I feel I can't go on, then I reach up my hand and I grab for dry land. Today is not my drowning day. I'm not drowning, I'm breathing underwater. Go tell your sons and daughters I'm alright, I'm alright. I'm breathing underwater. Oh, how I dream when nighttime falls. The world is swimming, slow front crawl above me. I'm not drowning, I'm not drowning. Ooh, I'm not drowning. Now life is complicated, but breathing is underrated. So let me try and start again. I'm not drowning, I'm breathing underwater. Go tell your sons and daughters I'm alright, I'm alright. I'm not drowning, I'm not drowning. Ooh, I'm not drowning, I'm not drowning. I'm breathing underwater, breathing underwater, breathing underwater, breathing underwater.
Yeah. Borther Ray live in studio, and one of his many songs he has recorded. What's the plans? Are you going to? Are you gigging much? Have you much on? Or you've told me you're not gigging much. Sorry, but have you much planned for the rest of the year? Well, anything happening?
I'll definitely try to keep myself sharp by going to Bennigan's and going to Central Bar. But that album, I'm going to get that together, and I'll definitely play out live. But it means there's not in a bad way. It's a good thing. I'll have to gather a couple of strays and waifs and get them to play with me, because it's really nice if someone else could play guitar, then I can do wee bits in between, or they can harmonise, and so it's a fuller, more rounded sound.
Of course.
I don't.
Who like? What if you're if you're out doing something like that? Is it all your own music you play, or
No, it's always, if I'm out, it's my own music. It's what drives me out to do it. I suppose I've always done cover songs, but they're more for the house and for parties and this, that, and the other, and all of that, and that's where the sheer joy of it. But there's limited opportunities to play covers.
know that.
But the real drive is to try and get a song out, and again, maybe if I have somebody with me and they're singing it, that's such a buzz. And I had a couple of guys playing at Bennigan's with me as well, and they did a really nice electric version of one of the songs as well. So I think that's really the drive, is just to build a little cadre of people and play along with them. It's a much nicer sound.
It's more relaxed too, probably, you know what I mean, than
yes.
putting yourself under pressure with stuff.
Yeah.
If people want to get in touch with you, Raymond, how can they do that?
Well, I've got my album, The Eagle of Toledo, is on Spotify. The YouTube under Borther Ray. It's probably easier to type Raymond Nigel. Yeah. And on Facebook as well. Yeah, the Facebook is really I don't have a Facebook for personal things. I just have it for
music and stuff.
And there's one, not the one you're playing, but there's one coming out in a couple of weeks' time, and I'll put it up, and usually I get a few hundred views and that, and that gets the interest going.
But it's nice that, as I say, because you can look back and you can look at that, and you're leaving a good body of work there, which is great, Yeah. Listen, long may it continue. We're going to take a break. Are we doing a third song, Jimmy? Or are we going to take one off the system here? We'll take a quick ad break, right? And we'll be right back after this. Don't go away.
Right Price Tiles and Wood Flooring are 25 years old, and to celebrate, we're offering up to 70% off across all tiles, wood flooring and bathware. And each week, 25 lucky customers will win their order for free. That's right, for free. Right Price Tiles and Wood Flooring, up to 70% off birthday sale now on.
Need help designing or understanding plumbing requirements for your new bathroom is not a problem. Our experienced staff are equipped to handle any type of bathroom installation, from a simple tap replacement to a complete bathroom overhaul. Call in and see us and view our checklist to make sure you have everything in order. It could save you money and a huge amount of hassle. McDade's Bathroom Plumbing Towers Buncrana, making things simpler for you.
Right, you're welcome back. As I say, we are live as always on a Monday night, and don't forget, coming up after us tonight as always, a man of the golden year, Aidan Murphy will be along between 10 and 12. We can't get that to fire up for some reason, but we're working on it, as we say. Could you give us another one live if you don't mind?
I'll push this one and see how it goes.
Oh, you're pushing it well.
On the principle of doing, I like my songs to be different as I can, so I always wanted to write a song about cowboys. So although it's yeah. It's like full on it, and it's not full on's cowboy song, but I've always wanted to. So
something along that lines.
Yeah.
Listen, when you're ready.
Yeah. Three cowboys waiting on a train in a dusty station in an old western town. I was there, I was on my way to jail in the city for what I hadn't done, for what I hadn't done. Well, I kept my eye fixed on the sheriff's gun as the deputy, he looked the other way. The old sheriff, blinded by the light, he didn't stand a chance as I took his gun, as I took his gun. I can't go on no more, burnt some bridges, lost some wars. Forgive me, I was just a boy, I was just a boy. Well, I held that smoking gun and I wiped away a tear. I hope to live my life without hurting any man. The old sheriff knew that I hadn't robbed the stage, but he hit me with his gun until I said I had. Until I said I had. I can't go on no more. I've burned some bridges, lost some wars. Forgive me, I was just a boy. I can't go on no more. Burned some bridges, lost some wars. Forgive me, I was just a boy. I was just a boy. Three cowboys waiting on a train in a dusty station a long, long time ago.
Yes, well done, Raymond. Thank you very much indeed. Absolutely brilliant. Well done indeed. And that's a man with a full body of songs there, and they deserve to be heard. Get them out there. And this final song we've got here, Rumours in a Small Town. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, that's really just finished there. Paul Casey and I sat down, and you can hear. And I do remember one of the funnier things I did with Paul, and he's such a gifted musician. And the start of one of the last songs, I says, "It's a pity someone couldn't play mouth organ, harmonica." And I says, "Oh, I can't play," so I had no idea. So I made him play it on this song as well. It's a great intro to it, and he and I we've kicked this around, and this was one where maybe part of the verse became part of the chorus, one of those great journeys. So I really like it. It's got a wee dancey vibe to it that I don't always get. So thanks very much for playing it. It's been great here.
Well, we're going to give it a spin here now. I just want to say to yourself, the pleasure's been ours. Thank you very much indeed for coming up to see us, and we enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, when I listen back, I'll see it.
Because I was watching you. I know you seem to be nervous, but you're not called to be nervous, because you know what I mean. As I always say, nobody listens to us, so. But come here, long may it continue. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep writing and writing good stuff. And Jerry, thank you for coming up as well. Jerry, part-time actor and doorman.
Doorman, the video, yes, and he's still getting the money for it.
Good man. That's the secret. Borther Ray.